Hi, and welcome to Voice of Truth. You know, lately I am hearing a lot, as I'm sure you are too, about people's feelings and how they're feeling in this world. And a lot of people are feeling highly restricted and focusing on the restriction about what they can't do or can't have anymore. And I would just like to turn the tables on that a little bit. Yes, it's true. A lot of our freedoms have been taken away. And yet at the same time, you know, perfect example of when the Tibetans were taken over by the Chinese, and they invaded Tibet. And they took a lot of these monks and nuns as prisoners. And later on, when all is said and done, and I don't know if it is all said and done, but I do know that they interviewed one of the monks, and when he was freed, and they said, "What was your most horrid experience like? How did you feel in there being a prisoner with, they're all about enlightenment, right?" And he answered and said he was really, really upset or concerned that he would hate his enemy. And isn't that huge? I mean, to think about, what's happening now in our world and how people are actually doing that to each other, getting sucked in by the fear and by the tyranny. So my message here is try your best to stay in the moment. Try your best to be grounded. Try your best to recognize that nobody can take anything away from you, only if you allow it. So when we feel powerless, we really need to sit down, stand up, ground ourselves, and really know that everything is in the mind, and that your mind can change its outlook and perspective at any time. So in all of this, what I'm trying to say is, don't forget that you're alive and that you're here to live. You're not here to focus on what's wrong with the world. You're here to focus on what's right with the world, and it's your world. You're the creator of this world. And so I'm asking that everybody try to change their perspective on this. Sure, it's hard. Sure, it's challenging. Of course it is, because how are we ever going to grow as souls? How are we going to grow if we're not challenged? We aren't. In fact, if we allow it, we'll get sucked in the other way. So really think about that. Are you still living? Are you still living your life? Or you are allowing the outside circumstances to make you feel like a victim? I think it's a really good thought. I think it's a really good thought. Pull it all back and just look at yourself. Have you become a victim of this? Or are you learning how to empower yourself and still live anyways? And still have joy anyways? And still have thanks anyways? So I hope that helps. You can reach me at phoenixrisinghealingcenter.com, YouTube, Instagram, and have yourselves a wonderful, living, joyful day. Namaste.